Good morning, student. Today we are going to look at the next chapter, that is the learn from animals. Learn yoga from animals. Okay. So here is the pictures of different step of the yoga. Okay. The yoga is an ancient educations which prevailed in India from ancient time. Okay, and that time the yogis observed these animals which lives around the humans, having the different positions to become a very active. So as a human being, as due to these observations, the yogi guru also learn from the nature, and yoga is the style uh, through which we come to know about the different types of position and the benefits from that position. Okay, so let us continue, let us start with these lessons, that is learn yoga from animals. From animals means it doesn't means that the animals know the yoga, but they develop with their experience a different types of position. Okay, we have a cat in our house. Okay, childrens, we have cat in our house. Just observe that cat. That cat has a different position in a different situation to protect her or to get her prey. Okay, when she was very angry, uh, the hairs on the body becomes a thorn. Okay, she raises her back, so she looks very dangerous. The attackers run away due to this position, due to this look of the cat. Okay, and she is most courageous animals which we have in our surrounding. Okay, she can fight with any animals. Okay, so let us continue with the reading. Since the year 2015, the world has been celebrating the June 21st as an International Yoga Day. As most of us will know, yoga is a culture of a physical, mental, and spiritual discipline perfected in ancient India. Yoga, as an ancient Indian discipline, is a composite practice involving the complete mind, body, and soul complex that is human being. Here, let us focus on a yoga as an integrated system of physical exercise. So here, the whole world celebrated the whole world celebrated the yoga from 2015 due to the efforts of the Indian government, or our prime minister Modi, uh, who taken efforts to accept the 21st June as a international yoga day in the United Nations. And from that onwards, the whole world started to celebrate the 21st June as a international yoga day. Why 21st June? Because on the 21st June we have an experience of a longest day. Okay, so that time, on this day, the sun remains in the sky for a long period. Okay, and yoga, which is the practice developed in India by different rishis such as Patanjali and other rishis. Okay, so here Let us focus on yoga as an integrated system of physical exercises that helps us to attain concentration, focus, and also improve flexibility, balance, and strength. So the yoga benefited human being to the mind, body, and soul. So the whole body of the human being get benefits from the practicing yoga. Daily practice, it needs daily practice. Okay, from an ancient Indian discipline, let us move to a very contemporary area of research. Experts today are doing a wonderful job of drawing us into the world of biomimicry. In simple terms, bio means life and mimicry means emulates. Basically, biomimicry is the science of solving human problem with solutions already present in the natural world. So there are more and more things in the nature available us to learn from that natural things. From this point of view, yoga is also a form of biomimicry. So we have many things in the nature. From that things we can learn about the yogas. Okay, where a typical asanas or a poses, we emulate mountains, trees, fish, cat, and so many other animals. So basically the Indian sculptures belong to the worshipper of nature. Okay, they have some practices to worship the nature. So the in the ancient India, we learn many things from the nature, from the animals who resides surrounding us. Okay, such as the help this helps solve our problems brought on by day to day living, such as stiffness, back pain, and allow us to feel physically vibrant and mentally sharp. So yoga helps our body, mind, and soul to improve. Okay. Before we proceed further, here are a few basic precautions regarding yoga practice. So if you wanted to do a yoga daily, you have to be very cautious the about the daily practice. So you have to take precautions regarding yoga practice. The first point, if you are a beginner, you should start practicing yoga either in the presence of yoga teacher or join yoga class, so that you learn the basics and do's and don'ts of the yoga. So this is the first step. If you wanted to do the yoga practice, you must go to the yoga teacher and you must join the yoga class. There you will learn about what to do while you are practicing the yogas, and what you should not do while you practicing the yogas. So having the knowledge of doing things and avoiding things will help us to do yoga practice smoothly. Okay, second point, asanas should be practiced in a clean, airy, and well lit room. The floor should be level. It is advisable to us a yoga mat. If it is not possible to practice indoor, you may practice on a level ground outdoor. So if you wanted so student, here is the I received one call. It is very important. Hmm. So asana uh, should be practiced in a clean and airy and well lit room. The floor should be level. So when you are going to practice the yoga, which we learn the different asanas, you have to take some precautions about. uh, you must do the asanas under the guidance of the yoga teacher, and where you are going to perform this activity of yoga, that the ground must be leveled, one particular level. It should not be up and downs. It will harm us if the ground on which you are going to practice yoga, if it has the up and down uh, in its structure, then it will never benefit to practice the yoga. It is an one type of obstacle while performing different types of asanas of the yoga shastra. It is one type of a science, healing science, the human body. Third is, the best time to practice is in the morning before breakfast and in the evening before dinner. So this is the particular time when you have to perform the yoga practice. Okay, it is a time that is early in the morning before sunrise. This is the best time for the yoga, because at that period there is oxygen level in the atmosphere is at the high level. Okay, it will benefited to your body. And if you do not have the time in the morning, then you have to perform the yoga practice in the evening before dinner. This is the one of the precautions, that you never perform an yoga practice after eating something. Okay, if you have eat some food stuff, then you have to wait for 2 or 3 hours after eating that food stuff. Okay, some of the poses described below must be learned from the instructor before you attempt to practice them on your own. So here in these lessons we have to go through some steps of, or some asanas that you have to practice under the guidance of the yoga teacher. Okay, posture. Here are the some words that is related in yoga shastra, that is posture, the position in which you hold your body while sitting or standing. It is called posture. So here is the one type of a posture, and we have a different ancient name for different asanas. So look at this first asana, that is bhujangasan. Bhujanga means a snake. When you look at the snake, that is naga, uh, he raises his fourth body, and he just look as dangerous. Okay, so this asan, we in these asanas also we have to raise our upper body like naga. So it is this posture is known on the name of naga's posture. Okay, that is bhujangasan, is the beginner's pose. So it is very easy posture that you can perform it anywhere. So it is very simple asana, but the benefits of these asanas is are lots. So bhujangasan is a beginner's pose. Bhujanga in Sanskrit means a cobra, nag. Bhujangasan is a pose that resembles the posture of the cobra with the raised head. This asana helps you tone the muscles of the back and strengthen your spine. It also benefits the chest and shoulder. So these are the benefits from this asana. It is very simple asana for the beginners. So how to practice this asana? So we have some simple steps to perform this asana. The first step is lie face down, relax all muscles completely, and so that you are completely at ease. So relax your body at the sleeping position. Secondly, you must need the yoga mat to perform this asana. Okay, relax your body horizontally to the ground. Second, place your palms on the side just below your shoulder. So you have to the palms you have to put your palms below your shoulder. Fourth, then smoothly raise the upper part of your body. And fifth, do not come with a jerk. Let your movement be smooth and flowing. So you have to move your body in a very simple manner. You should not perform this asana in a fast. So you have to perform this asana slowly with a particular movement. Okay. Seventh, curve the spine well. So you have to look upper side of the body as you stretches your spinal cord to the upward. Okay, it will benefited your spinal cord. Eighth, the navel must be touching the ground. Hold the breath in this position to a count of 20. Then come down slowly while you breathe out. So when you move upward, you have to breathe or inhale and look at the upward, and when you come to the down, you have to exhale. To start with, you can repeat the process 6 times. So this is the asana. You have to move upward very slowly while taking breathe into your body, and come down with an exhale of your exhale of air, and touches your nose to the ground. Okay. The second asana is Simhasana, or a lion pose. The favorite with young people. In this asana, you assumes that sitting positions and the facial expressions of lion. Although there may be a number of steps in this pose, really requires a little efforts. So here are the steps. First, sit on your leg folded under you, so that your toes are pointing the straight behind, and you are sitting on your heels. Second step is keep your spine straight but as relaxed as possible. Third, close your eyes and focus your attentions on the center of the forehead. In yoga, this point is often referred as a third eye. So we have a deity, that God, Bhagwan Shankara. He has a third eye between these two eyes. So you have to concentrate at this point. Fourth point is closing your mouth. Touch your palate's roof of your mouth with your tongue. So this is the position of the mouth, that you must touch your palates, the upper side of the mouth, into the mouth with your tongue. Fifth point is take a deep breath through your nose while your tongue is still touching your palate. You have to take a long breath And exhale. Sixth point is exhale in one strong move while sticking out your tongue and opening your jaws and as much as possible. Also, your arms should be thrown out and stretch with your fingers splayed. So here is the position like a lion. And roar. Seventh position is roar at the top of your voice while exhaling. So while you are exhale the breath, you must perform the activity which lion does every day. Okay, so you have to roar with a sound that is ha. Should not this and should not be long drawn out one. Rather, it should be one strong explosion of the breath that empties your lungs and in the shortest time possible. And eighth point is hold this pose between 20 to 30 seconds. So after exhaling the air from your lungs, you have to hold these positions 20 to 30 seconds. Do not inhale immediately after this pose. Inhale after few seconds. Repeat these positions 5 or 6 times. This asana or postures gets its name from the way you stick your tongue out as far as possible and way you hold your fingers splayed out resembling roaring lions. So this is the posture which resembles like lion. Okay, in our home we have a cat. So this lion tigers belongs to this cat family. Okay, so it is called as the new asana which we are going to read, that is Marjarasan. Marjar means a cat. Okay, it is the Sanskrit word. Is a very popular cat pose. These positions actually performed by the cat while when she becomes very angry or when she wanted to attack others. Okay, it may be animal, it may be human being. Cat is an animal who can fight with any other animal. That cat is very courageous, very protective, very self-respective. Okay, Marjarasana should be part of your morning yoga routine as it will gently stretch your muscles and get rid of any body aches. So this is the position of Marjarasana. It is look like a cat who posed of in a anger while that cat is in anger. Okay, the step of Marjarasana are: first, the start on your hand and knees so that your back is raised on a tabletop position. Secondly, make sure that your knees are positioned directly below your hips. Your wrist, elbow, and shoulders should be in a line and perpendicular to the floor. Third point is the center your head in a natural position with your eyes looking at the floor. As you exhale smoothly, arc your spine upward towards the ceiling, making sure to keep your shoulders and knees in this position. Fifth point is release your head towards the floor, but don't force your chin or your chest. Inhale and come back to the natural tabletop positions on your hand and knees. To start with, you can repeat and process 6 times. Okay, look at the asana given below, the posture, okay, this asana is called as a Garuda asana or eagle pose. This is very difficult to be balance our body in this asana, but when you attain this position in asana, you can balance your body, okay, enhance your body's ability to balance itself. Garudasana helps us to balance the body. It also strengthens the legs muscle and improve the flexibility of the joints by loosening the joint muscle, okay. So this is the very difficult to stand perpendicular to the line, but if we practice yoga daily, we can attain these positions, and it helps us helps our body in many respects. The first point to get the position of Garudasana, that is, stand straight on both feet, raise a right leg and wrap it around the left leg, so thighs come on the thighs. Secondly, the right thighs should be covered or should be over the left thigh, and right feet should be touch the calf muscles from the behind. Third point, similarly wrap the right hand around the left hand. So it is the one side of the body wrap the other side of the body while you are in a standing position. The fourth, now place the palm together to resemble the beak of an eagle. So this is the positions that eagle have. Fifth, try to maintain the balance and slowly bend the left leg, lower the body until a right toes touches the ground. Try to remain in this position as long as you can maintain the balance. After this asana, relax for some time before you repeat the process. So we have to repeat the process of different asanas, as a Garudasana is a very important asana through which we balance our body on both legs, and we have to repeat these postures from on the right leg and on the left leg, okay. Here is the picture that is called the different asana, that is Ustrasana. Ustra means camel pose, okay. Strengthens the back, opens the shoulder, chest and quadriceps. It also boosts mood and energy, so it makes us very fresh, okay. This yoga posture adds flexibility and strength to the body, and also helps in improving digestion, okay. So here are the steps to get this position of or asanas. Kneel on your yoga mat. Place your hand on the hips to the back side, okay. Look at this position. She places hands on the back side, okay. Your knees should be in the line with the sole of your feet should be facing to the ceiling. Simultaneously arc your back and slide your palms over your feet till the arms are straight. Do not strain and flex your neck, but keep it in a natural position. So these asanas you have to perform under the guidance of yoga teacher, because it moves our body to the backward in a very hard posture, okay. Stay in these postures for a couple of breaths. So breathing system in yoga has a very important place in this yoga science. While performing different asanas, you have to perform the breathing, inhale the air and exhale the air with a particular time under the guidance of yoga teacher, because inhaling the air and exhaling the air helps us to develop our body, or to develop to become, or to develop different manner, to develop our body in a different manner. Okay, so here is the note given under at the last as a last sentence, that is, you may place the cushion below your knees while performing this asana, that is ustrasana. It is very much hard asana, but you have to perform this activity of asana under the guidance of yoga teacher. Okay, so there is an important note for you. You have to perform the different asanas under the guidance of different asanas under the guidance of yoga teacher. Okay, you may place the cushions below your knees to ease your way into the pose. Okay, so here we complete this new lesson, that is the learn yoga from animal. So the animals we in our surroundings have a different positions of asana, and in yoga shastra, that is the science, that these positions are studied and performed very scientifically. So it benefited our body, mind and soul uh, in a large manner. So students, here we complete these lessons, and you have to complete the exercise given below. Okay, so you have to prepare the charts, and here are some grammatical part, that is the conjunction. A conjunction is a word which joins the words or clauses. Look at the following sentence: Sahil and Rohan. So here are the two nouns that joins by and is a conjunction. Go to the school together. Sahil is drawing a picture and Rahul is playing football. So there are two different sentences which joins by conjunction and. Okay. So now we will stop here. You have to complete the exercise given below, this exercise. Okay, and send me a photograph homework. It is your homework. Okay.